You are watching MOTAV, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are talking to a casting director that has met so many talented people on our screens. I am talking about Zabalaza. Inkaba, shows that star and feature veterans in acting business. Currently, she casts for Imbewu, a Durban-based production. She is originally from the Eastern Cape, started her career as a performer. Now she coaches performers. Her work speaks for itself. Anyway, how are you?
I'm very good, man. I'm very, very well. How are you?
I'm good as well. So,
Good
like,
to see you. Long time.
it's been, hey? I got locked
I
down in
know.
Durban, so I've just been here with family.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You are what a little bit?
I'm saying I got locked down in Durban, so I've just been here for that most part. Yeah.
This entire pro shame on you. But at least you're home, you're with family.
Oh man, there's nothing like home.
Yeah.
You know. So I invited you on MOTAV. I'm just talking to a lot of people that are working behind the scenes. Esingababoni in front most of the time, but people that I know they are doing such an incredible job. I know that you as a casting director, you are responsible for choosing the characters that get into any story that you are working with. And we just wanted to talk to you about that journey on, how did you start? What does it mean for you to do the job that you were doing? And towards the end, we will look at the effects of COVID-19 and how do you think your work is affected now that we are on lockdown?
Yeah. Okay, cool. All
Yeah.
right.
So please tell us about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Okay. Well, my name is Pumza Ralo. I'm from a very small town in the Eastern Cape. It's called Grahamstown. And Grahamstown is a small city as in Quebec, or meaning of art, because the National Arts Festival, they happen there annually for the past decade.
Right.
So ever since I've known myself, the arts festival are there. So I grew up around arts. So for me, I guess falling in love with arts, it came organically because I was surrounded by art.
Yeah.
So I'm a graduate. I studied drama. Well, first of all, I never knew what I wanted to study after finishing matric. I just passed matric and I did not know. I went to study marketing. While I was doing marketing on my second year, I remember I was passing through Rose University.
Yeah.
And I saw people posting over the window and I was like, what are they doing? And I saw a guy I knew. And I went and asked him, what are you guys doing here? And then he told me they're rehearsing for a show. And I was like, can I watch? And then he said yes. Then from that day, I fell in love. I just fell in love. And I dropped out of school. I was in a year of my marketing course. Yes, I did. I couldn't take it anymore.
Right.
So I dropped out and I started applying for a drama course. And DUT accepted me. So I came to study here and I graduated in 2009 in performance. And then I went to Durban in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Joburg, I went to Joburg in 2010 to pursue the career. And then it was very hard to crack into the industry when I arrived in Joburg. It was very, very hard because I did not know anyone. I just followed a friend who happened to be there before me, so I followed through. So it was very hard because I did not have any people that I know that are within.
Right.
And then as I was going around Joburg trying to find Instaview, I bumped into Urban Blue Studios and then I submitted my CV. Now this is 7 months later, I submitted my CV. And I got a call 3 months later after submitting the CV. Utabo called me and said, hi, you submitted a CV with us, we're looking for interns. And I was like, yeah.
Tabo who?
The one who was doing One Gospel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the short tabo. So
The short tabo, yeah.
And said, hey, we're looking for interns. He did not even know me. I just submitted my CV with him. So we're looking for interns for Dance Your Butt Off.
Mm-hmm.
So we did Dance Your Butt Off. And then there, while I was at Evanblue, I met Portia Kumen.
Right.
And for some reason, she took a liking on me, and then we started spending time together. She asked me where I'm from, my background. So I told her that I studied drama. And so when she started writing the very first telenovela, which was Inkaba back then, she put me under a wing, and then I started spending more time with her. And then when she started casting, I was there. I was part of the production. I was somewhere. I can't even remember where.
The position
No, I did not even know where I belonged. I just knew I know how to act.
Right.
So, and then when she started writing the script, she would give me a script and say, please read, is this fine, and whatnot. I would read, and then we would brainstorm on the characters that she was developing, and I would answer a lot of questions, ask a lot of questions, and then with that, when she started doing casting, she says, we're going to do the castings together. And then we did the castings, and then thereafter, when she was finished casting the leads, she said to me, you're going to cast the rest. I was like, what? Okay. I was like, I was not even sure. And then she said, don't worry, you can. And then that's how I started being a casting director.
Wow.
I was coordinating. Yeah. So I casted for Inkaba, and then after Inkaba, she wrote Zabalaza.
Mm-hmm.
On Zabalaza, I was then a casting director. After that, she wrote Gold Diggers, and then I was casting for the Gold Diggers. So that's basically it. The rest is history. I'm a casting director today.
You know, just like that, just because somebody believed in you.
Somebody believed in me, somebody saw potential in me, and I guess being a casting director, it takes one to know one.
Right.
Me being an actor, it helps me to identify another actor, you understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, out of everything that I was doing, I decided to focus on this one because I fell in love with the role. So yeah.
So if you were to list the qualities or the characteristics of a great casting director, what would you say they are? What did Portia see in you? What did Portia see in you that made her feel that you can do this on your own second time around?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't really know. As I have said, that it takes one to know. I don't know what she saw in me. But coming back to your question as to what are the qualities, I guess it's listening and paying attention to script, because and getting text, because we get scripts, and then when you get someone who will be very befitting into that role, I don't know. I feel like I'm fumbling, but I really don't know what qualities. It takes one to know one.
Okay. So
it takes one to know one.
What are you currently working on?
Currently, I'm working on Imbewu.
Okay.
The Seed, it's a production. It's playing on ETV at 9:30 every day of the week. And and it's being shot in Durban.
What are your experiences with different production companies so far?
Well, sometimes with production it differs, because sometimes producers are very much involved, and sometimes you get a freedom as a casting director whereby you do you, and then you confirm characters. Yeah. But also there's a strategy in confirming characters. So in other production, the producers have to be involved from the very beginning, from the audition phase up until the negotiation phase. Mm-hmm. So in other production, you get the freedom of doing that entirely on your own.
What would you
Yeah.
say have been your limitations, especially when you are working with people that do not give you the freedom that you want?
It's money. It's money. You go as a casting director, you go and find a very suitable person for a certain role, and then you find in production you can't afford it. And then you are forced to go and look for someone who will be able to take certain, because production budgets are not the same.
Yeah.
So you have to work according to budget. Some production can afford certain people, other production can't afford certain people. You understand? So you are forced to work with zero budget and with actors that are according to zero budget.
Yeah, mediocre type.
Mediocre.
Or abasafufusa singathi mediocre, yeah, abasafufusayo.
Abasazamayo, yes, let's not use mediocre, you understand? Abantu abasazamayo, because it's easy for productions then to say, okay, fine, for this role I'm only paying 700 rands, and then the person, because they're so eager and they so want to break into the industry, they take it. You understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the challenges from production to production. Others are good financially. You get
You know, I don't know.
the cream of
The cream of the crop. I don't know a lot of casting directors, and you are the only one I know that I have even a personal relationship with. Do you think that your career is not that common, especially amongst black creatives? Or I'm just naive a bit about that?
Yes, there's very, very, very few casting director. I guess the market for casting director is not as big in South Africa. Simply because everyone's a creative. That you have directors that are assigned to direct the show.
Yeah.
Some production, they use directors to cast. And some of the producers, because they are creative themselves, people, they feel like, I can cast, I can do whatever. So there's not really a market for casting director or a space. There's very, very few of us.
Yeah. So can you give me a picture when you are casting and you get the group of people that you want? What becomes your day-to-day roles and responsibilities within the production for the duration of your contract?
Okay. So now it also varies, because when you're working for other productions, you're just a casting director. You just get talent, and then they go on set, and then they shoot.
And you are not there anymore.
Yes. And then you're done. Now we've got telenovelas which are running for longer periods, meaning there are a whole lot of other cameo roles that are coming in. And then, because casting department also deals with extras.
Yeah, I see.
And cameo roles that are coming in, yes. So now my contract here at Imbewu, I'm also a performance coach. So during the day to day, so I coach the actors with emotional journeys, because we're shooting out of sequence.
Right.
Whereby I coach actors. Remember that yesterday you were in this house and then you left. Today you are here coming from, you understand, coming from that place going to the other one. So I coach them according to the script and the schedule of the day. And also the new people that are coming in, having to tell them backstories as to how did this role come about, what was there before, so that when they do come into the story, they know the history and the background of
what's happening.
Who is this character? Why are they
great.
here? What is their purpose?
Oh, that's important. I think that's an important role to fill. Hey?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I love it. Because it requires one to read a lot. I need to know all the stories so that I'm able to channel. When it's two people in one scene, I need to remember who is this one and who is this one, and remind them as to who they are, instead of just delivering lines.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I feel like I'm getting to know you anew. And I've always known you are a casting director. Oh, that's
I was very
incredible.
quiet and very shy, but
Yeah. So now we are on lockdown. A lot of things have changed.
yeah.
How is this affecting your production and probably your role? How are you guys interacting with one another? Obviously, we are waiting for the stories to continue on television.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is, but that's a very tricky one. Because now, because of the limited numbers on set, casting-wise, it's impossible because getting new people from outside to come in, it's a hassle.
Yeah.
It's really a hassle. And because we've got a lot of backlog, we've got a lot of scenes that were dropped because we did not work for the longest time. So there are a lot of characters coming in and then having to minimize. Because now what we do, even extras, with our extras, we have to use crew. We have to use
Your
crew,
in-house
some of the
crew?
members. Yes, we have to, just to try and avoid getting people to come in and keep into the number.
Oh my, okay.
You understand? Yes, even the directors are struggling with blocking the scenes because most of the time they're intimate scenes, there are whatever scenes, so a whole lot of rewrites had to be done, a whole lot of tweaking in script, and the director's blocking has to be, it's very challenging, but it's refreshing at the same time.
How is it refreshing?
It's creatively.
Oh, okay,
it is
yeah, 'cause you have to
refreshing
think on
you
your
have to
toes.
think- you have to think out of the box, you understand, as to how you're plotting your scenes and everything.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
interesting.
It's been a challenge.
Okay. In closing,
All right.
let's say somebody is watching this and thinks, oh, Pumza is doing such a cool job. I want to do that. What can you advise them? And your advice, if I can ask, please, can it also go with the lessons that we always learn in every production that we come across, if that makes sense? You know, for instance, you were talking about a rate, that your downfall within any production is how much they can pay you, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I know that we normally just say especially to the younger generation, no, go to school, study, your passion will lead you to, wherever you want to go. And we don't mention the struggles and the challenges that we face in the companies sometimes that we work with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so what I would say, yes, going to school is very important. Go study, go and learn. And when you are a casting director, you need to really stand your ground with production, because you are working for production, not because sometimes it gets very tricky whereby you are an artist yourself,
Yeah.
and then you're dealing with actors most of the time, and also you're still working for production. Production and actors are totally two people. Production is business. Production is business, and then you've got artists who are also another side of the business, you understand?
Yeah.
So being a casting director, you need to stand your ground, and also you need to understand what kind of casting director are you? Like, who are you?
Are there
You
different
understand?
types of
Stand your
casting
ground.
directors?
Well, I believe there are, because personally, I love to work with new people that are coming into the industry, rather than working with the people that have already been there, like giving a chance to new people.
Yeah.
You understand? So it needs a strong casting director to go and say, here's Manu. Manu is very suitable for this character, and I want Manu. And then you're going to get a producer who's going to say, but no, I believe Zola Nombona can do it better. And Zola has played a role like this, and whatever. We know what are her strengths and whatnot. And then as a casting director, that's when you come in and say, no, look at Manu, let's take Manu, let's shoot with Manu 2 days. And then after 2 days, you guys will decide if you want Manu or not. We can send Manu back if she doesn't work, and then continue with the person that they believe in. So
Right.
you really need to be headstrong. You need to be headstrong dealing with production.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, no, it
And
does
also,
make
you
sense.
need to be you need to be a storyteller. You need to be a storyteller. You need to be able to translate text
Yeah, to imaging and people.
to imaging and understand. Yes, you need to be a storyteller. You need to be very observant more than anything. You need to be observant and look at your surroundings wherever you are. Look at different characters. Look at different people, because you can get a script and Pumza will play a script a certain way, and Umanu can play the very same script as totally different way. So you need to be able to align talent into what does the story require, and what is it that we expecting of you.
This character, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Listen, I studied drama. I'm ready to return to acting. So on your next casting, please call me up.
I know you have. We've been talking about this. I can't wait to have you in my audition.
I'm ready. No, Pumza, thank you so much for your time. I love your journey and your story. What is coming up then for you after working for other people's productions?
Oh, wow. It's very interesting for you to say, because during this lockdown, it has afforded me the time to really introspect and decide as to what do I want to do apart from being. So I'm doing class. I'm going to start classes. Lockdown is challenging me.
Yeah.
To do classes of my own, whereby I workshop people, especially those ones that have not really gone to school, to introduce them into the industry. Because yes, we are 4 people going to school, but we do have people who did not have means of going to school, but are talented. You understand? So now I'm venturing into having my own workshop, introducing the people into the production world, and workshop them and how to master an audition, even for those that have been to school, how to master an audition. What do you need to do to prep yourself to go to an audition? The disappointments, the industry in general. So that's what I'm looking at doing after this whole thing is over.
Okay.
And I feel that Durban really, really, really needs it, because there's a whole lot of talent here, and people they don't know what to do and how to go about it.
Yep.
I know, right? I know, and I'm also very excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
That was a big move for you to do, to leave Joburg and come to Durban.
I needed it. I needed it. I needed to be away. Because everyone is rushing for something. Everyone wants to do something. I needed a calmer space whereby I can actually do things accordingly, because the Joburg is too fast sometimes.
Yeah, it
so
can
I needed
be.
a place that yes, because the industry this side is where it's literally non-existent.
Yeah.
But they're very fortunate to have a municipality that is supportive of the arts.
Of the arts, yeah,
So
that's true.
I'm trying my level best to penetrate the industry this side and developing it.
Yeah. Oh, that gives me a lot of ideas, yes?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That meeting must happen.
Yeah, we should. I'm in Durban anyway, so maybe anytime when you have an open gap, we can make some time.
Yes, we should. We
Yeah.
should. We should. You must call. We'll meet outside the building because no one is allowed to come. You can come to the office, and then talk.
Of course now. All right.
Yeah.
Pumza, thank you so much for your time and sharing your story. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying it, because I feel like, oh, this is a new day to learn something new.
Thank you so much. I was very nervous. I'm not used to doing interviews.
Is it? This is as good as a telephone call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity also.
Okay, my friend. So I will...
Great, by the way.
Hey?
Doing great. Well done.
Really?
You're
Thank
doing amazing.
you.
Well done. Yes, well done.
Thank you. As you were saying, Guti, COVID-19 gave you an opportunity of thinking about certain things. This has been in my heart for so long. I keep doing it and stopping, doing and stopping. This time around, I just sat down. I called myself a production. And just like we do in production, I was the production manager, I was the producer, I was the coordinator, I was the researcher. Yeah, I'm just everything, and I've allocated time for every single thing that every role within a production does for me to achieve this.
That was me. I was like, what do I do with this time that I've been afforded? How do I make use of it?
Exactly.
So I came up like, I'm ready. I wish they can unlock us now so that we can actually start working.
But yeah, I think it's a good time for some of us who have creative brains to keep thinking of creative ways to explore, you know?
Yes.
No, all is well, Pumza. Thank you so much for the time. I'm glad we caught up. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll talk on the side about
that
meeting.
All right.
Cool.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thanks.
Cool.